Welcome to From the Den podcast, providing Bears and NFL fans alike with compelling news, discussion, and debate. I'm your co-host Benjamin, joined alongside my dear friend and co-host Oren.
Hey Benjamin, let's get right into it. As always, kickoff starts now.
Welcome to From the Den. About an hour ago, the Bears signed wide receiver Ted Ginn, and we're going to be sharing our thoughts on that. So Oren, what do you think about this signing?
I really like this signing. I think that this whole offseason, the Bears have been trying to find that speed receiver to replace Taylor Gabriel, who they released because they paid him a lot of money a few years ago. And they went and drafted Darnell Mooney, wide receiver out of Tulane, and he does add that speed. But the Bears really need to solidify a really good wide receiver, and they can't have a fifth-round pick being their only speed wide receiver. So they went and they signed Ted Ginn. He's a bit old. They signed him to a one-year deal. He's 35 years old, but he really has that speed. Coming out of college from Ohio State, he ran a 4.28 40-yard dash, which is very fast. He hasn't been as productive the past few years, even though he had Drew Brees. He only had 421 yards and 2 touchdowns. But I think that the Bears aren't necessarily looking for someone to be he's not here to be an 1,000-yard receiver. He's here to impact the few plays where he's in, and he's here to take the top off of a defense. He's here to really make the job easier for the receivers and for Trubisky or Foles, whoever it is.
Yeah, I basically agree with everything you were saying there. This isn't some crazy, amazing signing, but he's a nice role player. The Bears were looking for a lot of speed in their receivers, and in our past video, I mentioned that the Bears aren't great at drafting wide receivers, but I think they're pretty good at acquiring them. So this is a good acquisition, and it is an example of that. And while we do not know how much money Ted Ginn received in this contract, I don't assume it'll be that much money. So just guessing if it's not too much money, I really think this is a good, solid signing. Nothing exceptional, like I mentioned, but he's got good speed, which is what the Bears needed, and not much else to say aside from that.
Yeah, so adding on to what you said about the money part, the Bears don't have that much money, and they could free up some space by restructuring some contracts, which Ryan Pace is pretty good at. They could sign Allen Robinson to a contract extension, which would free up some money for him and free up some money for the Bears. But it seems like the Bears are not trying to get another big free agent signing right now. They're just trying to really get good competition at every position. And like the wide receiver position, I think Ted Ginn does add that speed. But I think like for the tight end position, they're only going to have 4 tight ends on their roster, or 5, or even 3 tight ends on their roster, maybe even 5. Even though they have 9 right now, the Bears are really trying to go into this offseason having solid competition at every position. Even kicker, they signed a backup kicker, and I really doubt he'll take Eddie Piñeiro's job. But I think that just the person behind him pushing him more and more make it better. And I think that having Darnell Mooney behind Ted Ginn, they drafted Darnell Mooney. I think having him behind Ted Ginn will motivate him and push him farther. And just like Darnell Mooney will be able to learn from Ted Ginn, who's been playing since 2007, who has a lot of veteran experience, especially on how to utilize his speed the best way possible.
Yeah, a little extra competition can never do any harm.
Yeah. All right, so thanks for listening, and bear down.
Bear down.
If you enjoyed this episode of From the Den, please remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video.
Or, if you're a Packers fan, remember to dislike and leave a nasty comment. Click the links on the screen to access additional content.